That's all correct. Wrong, man.
Yeah.
You need to type one thing. Something like
Welcome to the Huddle. I'm your host, Mr. Tucker. Got a special show for y'all today. We go down the line.
Mike Lay in the building. How y'all doing?
JB in the building.
Let's give a round of applause to our special guest, Mr. Terrence Shingler himself.
appreciate it.
Thank you
y'all
for
having
coming
me.
on the show, bruh.
Yes, sir.
And then we got Spicy Cajun in the back.
Our chef for the
The
day.
chef for the day.
Come on up here real quick. Oh, is she in the way?
Come
Get
on.
on the camera. Tell us what you got cooking tonight.
She can. Come on down.
Oh, you knew I was on Price is Right. Hi, everyone. I have Cajun gumbo, chicken and sausage gumbo tonight. And most people can't handle it because I make it spicy, like my name, Spicy Cajun. Hey.
So thank y'all. Round of applause one last time.
That's Bogger.
Right. So before we get into the show, we want to say make sure you guys tune in. We have a Super Bowl party coming up this Sunday at 6 o'clock. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, the link will be in our description on the YouTube page. Please come out and support the movement. So let's get into a recap for the weekend. So Mike, I'll let you start off about Oxon Hill girls game.
Oxon Hill played Frederick Douglass Friday night. They won, was it 63 to 52? No, 33?
Yeah, it was like 38.
38,
like
yeah, 62-38. Douglas actually is a pretty good team, but you know, Oxon Hill make a lot of people look bad. Apparently, they are they're ranked within the top 10 in the area for girls basketball, and that's among private and public schools. Shout out to Coach Devin for giving us the opportunity to come out there. And, we'll be back to see another one of these games and pay attention to them in the playoffs.
Yeah, the next game is what, Tuesday?
Tuesday versus Lago, a rematch of
that's
the two powerhouses. Yeah,
a very good game. Shout out to Lago head coach as well. Another recap: our first Huddle basketball game. We got to celebrate Miles' 5th birthday, and also we did the DMV Classic. It was a very great games doing the DMV Classic. Shout out to my man Malik over there at All Homage. He definitely did his thing on the 1s and 2s, and Lil Malik actually got to perform. He turned 5. A lot of the kids was out there having fun doing their thing. Shout out to Miss Shay who put everything together. Thank you for the opportunity.
He just had some bars too.
Yeah, he was doing his thing. He was doing the iron. Yeah, so Mike, give us a little update about the DMV Classic as well.
Yeah, DMV Classic had several games there. It was hosted by Parkdale High School. We had several teams from the area, both DC, Maryland, and we had a couple from Virginia. Well, 2 from Virginia. One of the most exciting games there was really a prep school. They're really not high school, and that was Mount Zion, which is based out of Baltimore, Maryland, and Massanutten from Virginia. So a couple of big time players. Actually, an ex-Parkdale player plays for Mount Zion now. He did really good, ended up being player of the game. It was a competitive game, I would say 3/4 the way through. Then Mount Zion took control towards the end. A lot of athleticism, a lot of height. These guys definitely look like D1 players. Their programs are working. So besides that, Carrington Carter and his family was there as well with their foundation, the Carrington Carter Foundation, raising money for violence, awareness on violence. And they always give back to the community with their funds.
All right, respect that.
That's the concession stand.
Yeah.
What's up, Morgan? How you doing, bro?
Concession stand was live.
Say we live, baby. Yeah. So look,
Good with you.
Terrence.
Yes, sir.
Before we get into our topics today, what's your team? Who you like in football?
Man, Redskins all day, man.
Oh, man.
I'm feeling a certain kind of way, man. That's why I wore a little bit of the burgundy. Hey, listen, I'm a little salty, but It's all good. We gotta
So
figure out what we're gonna do with
I
Kirk,
got
man.
I got a question. I was about to say, what would you do if you was the GM?
Listen, man. I would keep Kirk, man. He know the system.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the man threw for 4,000 yards with no receivers, for real. I mean, I would keep him. He already know the system. That's why I don't think we'll be successful. You got to keep, who already know the system. You got to build what you have sometimes, and that's been our issue over the years. We, look at the Pats, New England. I mean, they kept most of their team for the most part. Their core, They
The
bring
offensive line. And Brady.
You know what I'm saying? Brady. But they can bring anybody in and make them look good. We want to always go for, the big, what do you say?
Morgan said, trash Kirk.
Oh,
He's too expensive.
I'm with Morgan.
He's biased, man. He's a Packers fan. That's why.
But cool. Moms, who your team? Who you like?
Who that?
I'm sorry to hear that.
You gotta move over something. I can't see you on camera.
Oh,
Live.
Morgan said, shout out to the Pack. So look, first question for the topic for the day. The NBA All-Star teams have decided to switch it up and let everybody kind of do like a high school or pickup game type of selection. Now, I got you, you got second pick, so forth. So first of all, how do y'all feel about the change in direction that the NBA is going with the pickup game type of selection?
Oh, well, I think it's cool that they're actually trying something different. At the end of the day, it won't matter if they don't actually play. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least get back to first half, everybody just doing whatever, getting your ducks in, showing the fans something you don't usually see in an everyday game. But, I mean, third, fourth quarter, maybe towards the end of the third, beginning of the fourth, it get real. Like, show that you want to win. Not everybody being buddy-buddy.
What about you, JB?
I mean, I like the idea. It definitely take away from now that East versus West type of mentality that that we got in the league now, as far as, always seeing the West win. I think they won the last few times, so now it's a different groove. I think it'll be all right. But like Mike said, as long as they actually play basketball toward the end, first two quarters you want to see some dunks, some oops, like that's what you want. But then the last two quarters you want to see them actually play to win, like see who really gonna do their thing, especially doing the stuff that they can't do in the real games.
All right, what about you, Ty?
a little different. I don't like the new situation. Because I feel like somebody will be salty. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like back around the way. Playing 33, you get picked up last. You don't get picked up without, oh, you ain't picked me?
Yeah.
Hey, that's my man. Hey, but listen, oh, you ain't gonna pick me though? That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I think it should be left up to the fans to vote. Even though some people in the past got left off too. I just think some people might be a little salty.
My only issue with the fan vote is people that actually deserve to be on the All-Star team don't make it because they don't get the votes.
Yeah.
That's normally just the starters.
Yeah.
The rest of the team is picked up from coaches and other,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Staff
but
or whatever.
I do got something to say about that. Now, what you were saying about people being salty, not getting picked up, man, that's perfect. That creates more rivalry. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you ain't picked me up? All right. So the rest of the season, going smack at you.
So now that we're talking about that, so I'm going to lead into the second question. Who got snubbed as far as didn't make the team that should have made it the team? So, like, for instance, Chris Paul averaged 9 assists, 19 points, 4 rebounds. You know what I mean? Yeah. Devin Booker been dogging all.
That is a snub for me.
Oh yeah.
So Devin Booker, one of my picks that got snubbed. Like, I felt like he definitely should have been on there over Clay to me.
All right. So Mike, who should have came off then? So we know, first of all, who got snubbed, and then who should not be on the team.
I think Booker got snubbed. Folks probably would say because their team is losing, he shouldn't be on there. Then I really think Clay nor Draymond should be on there at all. Nothing against them. I like both of them as players a lot. We'd love to have them playing for the Heat. But yeah, it's as far as other people, it's pretty pretty well set. Those were the biggest question marks for me.
What about you, T?
I mean, I feel that way like about Draymond. He could have got left off. Clay. I mean, there's plenty other players that could have made it. I'm biased, man. I'm a Wizards fan, but I know Bill and Wall made it, but you know, there's some other players outside of Draymond and them that I believe could have made it. Now, who I can't tell you who necessarily, but I feel like they get picked up every year, regardless.
All right, so let's talk about some of the people that I feel like got snubbed. You got Lou Williams, been dogging. He the only reason the Clippers even is in what they might be 6 now. Came back up the chain a little bit. CP, Andre Drummond. He been dogging with the Pistons.
Shooting better free throws too.
The people I feel like shouldn't be on there, of course, I don't think Clay had a good year this year. I actually think Clay might get traded or want to leave. What's the other boy?
Kemba Walker.
Draymond, he shouldn't be on there. I don't really think for the Celtics, power forward.
Oh, Al Horford? He definitely shouldn't be on there.
So those are my top 3 that shouldn't be on there.
Y'all gonna hate me for this, but
who shouldn't be on it?
I don't think John Wall deserved it this year.
Oh,
nah.
hey.
I'm not even mad at that.
If you look at
I
it,
ain't mad at it.
I agree.
Ooh, wait.
Come on, like John Wall.
John Wall
got to.
He gotta hit a 17-footer on a regular basis for me now,
John might
John.
be watching us.
It's all good. You
I
can
ain't mad at
you can come sit at the table
Yeah,
and
come on.
explain yourself.
All right. So we're gonna kind of piggyback into your life as well. So let's talk about some of the roles you've been in, some of the things you've been doing.
All right. So last year was a pretty good year. But over the course of my short time, I jumped into television and film in 2013. So my first major role was on House of Cards from season 2. And the thing about that, I didn't have any representation at the time, and I submitted myself for it, and ended up working with Jodie Foster. If y'all remember Jodie Foster, she's like a legend in the game. But she directed my particular episode, and she chose me for that role. And I didn't know until I got the script in my hand that she was directing it, and got the set, got to work with her the whole day, and so that was pretty cool. And got to work with Reggie Cathy. If you probably remember him, probably don't, but you'll know him if you saw him. He's been in like The Corner on HBO. I think he was on The Wire too. But I had a chance to work with Lil Mama last year. That was pretty cool. She's actually a dope actress, by the way, too.
Oh yeah,
she's dope. Yeah.
Shout out to Lil Mama. Before you deep dive, man, just wanted the people, get a little taste of what's going on with Terrence and who you are. For those that don't know you, we're gonna kind of hopscotch back into. We're gonna get into your life and into the topics. Later in the show, we're gonna show a couple clips from some of your past work.
That was my man, Reggie Cathy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
he
He
Man
do
with
the
the deep
ribs.
voice.
that's what I'm saying.
He make the
This
ribs.
picture right here with you on the stoop. What's this? Describe this one right here. What's going on?
So that's the scene from House of Cards season 2. You still can watch on Netflix right now. Y'all put that play.
Smart man.
Appreciate you.
Nah, before you dive, hey, I just got an email from Netflix. They told me I'm going to 1099.
Hey, listen, I paid to 99.
Hey,
You can't beat that though. You can't beat that.
Monique, what's up, Monique?
Hey, listen, 1099, that's still a good deal though. But this scene right here, I was playing a drug dealer called Drug Dealer Number 2. My man on the top step, he was Drug Dealer Number 1. That's my man John, named John Randall, matter of fact.
Football player?
No. So in that styrofoam cup is actually water.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
Y'all want me something else? No. No, water.
So you had to act drunk?
No, not just a sip. I just
Okay.
sip. So we trying to sell him some drugs. I said my one line to him. But that's Reggie Cathy right there.
Yeah, deep voice.
Yeah, he on the barbecue joint on the show.
Okay.
So and the dude who the back turned, he was just an extra off the street, but not cool dude though. We still follow each other on Instagram.
So did he get a check?
I don't think he got to check because he's not
know
really
him.
showing on camera.
Yeah, I'm his
He's
agent,
not
though.
showing. You don't see him. But you see him, but you don't see him.
But he get to go on set where they got all the good food though.
Yeah, like literally, he got picked. He got picked. You know, he got picked from just the crowd, the neighborhood. He was like,
So I
he's from in Baltimore.
I got a question though. Out of all the places you know, all the shows who had the best spread?
Like food.
Yeah.
Man, well, it's a different ball game when you're union. Because I starting in the game, I did a lot of background, so you saw the non-union food versus non-union food. You got a cold cup from Subway.
Oh, you done came up.
With union, you get chefs.
Right.
You get a trailer. You get the chefs. Sir, you want anything for breakfast? You want an omelet or anything? So you
Hey,
get a little menu. Yeah, let me get the little mushrooms and cheese and all that.
You had to talk later. I need to get in the game, B.
Hey, listen, it has its perks. You know, they be like, "Sir, we'll bring it right to you. You just relax yourself." So yeah, definitely see some spreads. Every set's pretty much catered now.
Oh, okay.
And I'm blessed to say, and thanks to my agent Tracy.
Shout out
902 Tracy.
So look. Right here. So before we get real deep into what's up, brother Steve? Brother Steve in the building. Brother Jabril. What are your Super Bowl predictions?
I'm a realist. I'm gonna say, even though I hate to say it, but you know what, man, it's gonna be a good game, man. You got Philly defense is a beast. If they rattle, they get in Brady's face. I think that'll determine the game. But it's the Patriots, though. Mm-hmm. They can be down by 30, as we saw last year.
They're going to drop that bag on the rest this year.
Yeah. But
who you want to win? Let's say that then, because I feel like you're giving me a threat right now.
I want Philly to win, only because NFC East. Philly deserves a championship.
No deserving in football. Why do they deserve and shit? You play hard, you win the game. Practice.
Right. Playoffs? No, but Philly deserve it. Philly deserve it. If they play their game, the defense wins championships.
Mm-hmm.
Defense wins championships. If they lock down, they fly to the ball, they get in Brady's face, they got a legitimate shot to win.
So you want Philly to win?
I want Philly to win. But part of me is, I'm a Michigan fan. Mm-hmm. Always been a Michigan fan since the Fab Five.
Okay.
So
shout out to Jalen Rose.
Yes, sir. So Brady,
Brady
Michigan.
Yeah. What about you, David?
I want the Eagles to win just because Brady already got a few rings, so he ain't hurting for no ring. But I ain't gonna be mad if they win too, because Brady that dude.
Respect. So is he the greatest quarterback ever?
To me, yes.
All right.
You get number 6.
Mike, who you got?
I want the game to end in a tie. I don't want neither one of these Bama's to win. I don't want Tom Brady to win, and I don't want the Eagles to win because they part of the NFC East. And all these Eagle fans, I knew 3 Eagles fans. Now all of a sudden everybody Eagle fans.
Flying high.
Flying high, right.
Who you got, Mom?
Well, since my Who-Dat's not in there, and my homie, what's his name there?
Who you talking about?
My little short guy.
Oh, Sproles?
Sproles is with the Eagles, so I prefer the Eagles. I definitely don't want, I ain't gonna say nothing because we on national, but I don't want that man quarterback.
46. Respect that.
I said I was lying ahead though.
So look, let's get into a little bit of basketball. Let's talk about Kawhi Leonard. He wants out of San Antonio. That's something you rarely hear to come out of that camp that side. They normally keep it on quiet. First of all, what's going on in San Antonio, and should he leave?
I don't even see why he would want to leave. First of all, I mean, they got good organization. Their system is there. They got the right pieces. They need some younger pieces around them because Tony Parker and Manu, they just old, you know. So I wouldn't want to leave if I was him. That's but.
Well, I know the girl. I don't know him personally, but I know the girl that do his cornrow, his straight back. She was telling me that he's a little upset with the organization because they're not bringing in the pieces he needs to compete. So So now it's like friendship basketball. Everybody got 3 players that's either all-star, 2 superstars.
Yeah.
So he feels like at this point in his career, the injury kind of getting to him. He needs some help, and he really wants to win. He's not that really, outspoken type of guy, but now he's stepping up. So not only did he want to leave, what's the power forward?
Aldridge.
Aldridge during the summer was trying to get up out of there. So I'm saying this, where it's smoke is normally some fire. So is it time for Pop to
Pop by the look, man. Look, this is what can take place. Pop and Kawhi, you're welcome to come to Miami. You know what I'm saying?
Package deal.
We need help, B.
That ain't a bad look.
But no, honestly, I think there are 3 teams that could really use Kawhi, and they all in the East. Heat, Wizards, Bucks. Bucks probably the top team. If they can find a way to get him, that would be great because it'd give Greek Freak somebody to really give him help because he has none.
Respect that, and that piggybacks into my next topic. So right now is maybe roughly 6 black coaches, if that, in the NBA, right? And Jason Kidd recently was told that he's been let go of his.
Is he black?
Jason Kidd, I think when I downloaded him on Instagram, he was
like 1'7".
Yeah, something around there. But he black.
He's black. Okay.
He wings. I seen him eat some wings.
Yeah.
So, right. Is it justified to let him go? Are they reaching?
I don't think so. Last year, made it to the playoffs. They lost. Year before that, they didn't make it. The year previous to that, they made it to the playoffs. So, he making strides to get better. They wasn't losing like that, so it's like you could have let them ride the season out.
What you think, son?
I'm all about stats, man. Results. I hear a lot of what you said. They made the playoffs. I think it was a wrong move. I think switching sports. You build what you have,
right.
And results matter. Playoffs, regardless if you got bounced early, you made the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it was the right move, but maybe they know something. Maybe Kobe trying to be a coach or something. I don't know.
First season, they took them to the playoffs.
Yeah. Right. So that's the thing. When you see some success and you have a guy who's mentioned in all-star selections, he's mentioned in MVP discussions, he's the next LeBron, he's the next big thing, and your whole team is stagnant. Okay, we made the playoffs, we got a little taste, we need more, but they really didn't put the pieces around him to make them get more. Exactly. So I feel like he's not justified, I feel like it was wrong, but also, I do know the lady who sell the tickets down at the games.
Oh, yeah.
she was telling me.
People,
I don't know them, but I know the people that run or whatever. She sell the tickets over in section 202. But she was telling me that Jason Kidd, it's hard to believe, doesn't really know how to put and play the X's and O's to make everybody successful at their position.
I find that hard.
I'm about to say,
and that's what they said also when he was with the Nets. Yeah, they were saying
they went to the conference semifinals.
He's one of the greatest point guards, top 5 to me.
How do you not know X's and O's? You're one of the greatest point guards ever.
Yeah, that don't make sense.
Is he like a beautiful mind type of dude? Like he can't read, but he know all the science in the world?
I don't know his mind, but I know somebody that do. But look,
so where would you see him thriving at?
Man, he might get Mark Jackson.
That's tough.
Because the reputation is being smeared constantly. So
I don't know. He might.
I'm hoping he get another job.
But if you look at,
because he did a lot with nothing.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. If you are an owner and you be like, well, they fired you from Brooklyn, they fired you from the Bucks, but both times you had a winning record when they fired you.
Yeah.
So it's like, why not? Like I would pick him up if I was an owner to coach my team.
Yeah, respect that.
You get picked up.
That's just, to me, it's like it brings up another question. why do black coaches have such a short lease? Because Fizdale got fired at the beginning of the season, and he had players hurt, and less of a roster than he ever had. And it's like, and you in the West, so L's will be had if you're not on point.
If you're not winning, you getting fired. Yeah, that's bottom line. I don't even think it's a race thing at that point. You're not winning, you gone.
You just got there.
So was he winning? Was he winning?
Nah.
You gone. So go on to the next one. The Wizards. Is it time to blow the team up?
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? You know what it's time to do? It's time to fire the GM because they are garbage.
Jason Kidd.
Huh? Jason Kidd gonna be over there, the GM?
Somebody
because
solid big man.
But like it's a lot of problems. It's the GM. It's the offensive play calling late in the game for the Wizards. You got a lot of money tied up with Gortat Mahimi, so you can't make no moves.
Hold on. So Morgan got a good interesting topic. Making the playoffs in the first year of coaching should partially be credit to the previous coach in front office.
So who's the previous coach with the Bucks?
Don't even know.
And that says to me, because they didn't go to the playoffs the year before, so
or they didn't go to the playoffs at all with the previous coach.
Exactly. So,
they weren't even close.
So sorry, Morgan, you're wrong on this one to me.
Milwaukee Bucks head coach before
Hey, coach.
They was like 15th in the East.
Let's switch up some sports a little bit.
Okay.
We're gonna go over here to this Australia Open.
Hey.
And Mike, I think one of you guys got some details on Australia Open.
Yeah, so Federer won again.
Federer.
And he is his 20th major, the most out of any male tennis player. The other three top, well, he's the first to get to 20. Other three people that got 20 or more were all female tennis players. He beat, I don't want to kill this dude's name, Selic, but dude from like Croatia or something. Dude vicious. He's about 6'4" too. So he playing the league, bro. Federer was playing like Jordan out there, like an old Jordan. He's like, I ain't got time to play no game 7. My legs tired. I'm about to get this dude up out of here. He smelled blood in the water. My man was doing some amazing things on the court. I said he about to be icing his knees for about 2 weeks.
You don't want to see Andre Agassi.
Hey, the way he was playing, Agassi was my guy. He was a dog. Agassi's that.
I don't want no problem. So let's get into a serious topic real quick, and then we'll touch base with the Huddle Beauty and Brain of the Week. So the MSU doctor, right? He was the doctor for a lot of the female, Olympics and so forth, gymnastics and other things. He got over, 175 years? Somewhere
175 years.
175 for pretty much inappropriate touching throughout
all
maybe
the
30
exams and stuff.
Yeah, exams, 30-year stretch.
150 victims.
150 victims, right? Maybe more, maybe less. First of all, Terrence.
I'm like,
wow. You're the closest person to me, Terrence. Do you feel the verdict was right? And was it fair or was it unjust?
Man, that was I think he should have got way more than that. I mean, 150 victims.
You not living that long though, so
right. But it's the fact that you violated these ladies.
What's up, bro? I'm sorry, Josh Jenkins. What's up, bro?
What's good with you, Josh?
What's up,
man?
Man,
Congratulations on y'all big movement this weekend too, man.
Yes, sir.
Dance Festival. Y'all gotta come back. Both of the brothers gotta come on.
Yes, sir.
Talk about the weekend.
Yes,
but Terrence, I'm sorry. Finish your,
I think, man, listen, I got a daughter. I feel a certain kind of way about that, I think you should have got more. I mean, no, granted he gonna die in prison, but I mean, it's wrong, man. I think he should have got more. That's just me.
So you want 200 years?
Yeah, but also get the man some help too. I mean, get the man some help. Dig deep into what caused you to do this. You know what I'm saying?
So let's pry this thing open a little bit more. So we talking about over 40 years? 30, I think 30-something years.
My man, vicious.
And somebody finally just came out. So this go into the Bill Cosby and the speaking thing. You know, 10 years, 20 years later, these women
that's not actually accurate. There were women that filed reports with the International Olympic Committee, the U.S. Olympic Committee, and the university. So the university, they had several complaints against them, but they didn't do anything. That's why they getting sued.
Yeah, it went all the way up to the president. So the president of the school knew.
Stop down.
This woman, so she kept it quiet at the end of the day.
Because they get money under the table.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Speak up, mama.
Okay. I am I still call myself, even though I don't work in it anymore, a sexual assault response coordinator.
Okay.
I worked with the military as a sexual assault response coordinator. So victims feel victimized because they then have to go through this court system that again victimizes them. Also, perpetrators hardly ever go to adjudication. With this new movement or culture that's going on in the world, that is the reason, because it's opening up. Once it closes up and no one thinks about it again, it'll go back to the same thing. You have to change the culture of the country, the culture of people, to get a change. If there is no change in the culture, it's going to continue. And people are going to cover it up like the school did, like the military still does. Like families, it's in families, it's injected in families. If something happened in a family member and people keep it closed and don't express and don't, move forward, like you said, perpetrators do need help. They really do need help. But of course, they still should be punished for what they've done. Thank you.
Well, let's give a round of applause for Rob. And my man Glenn with the facts or no?
Actually, in 2015.
Go ahead. So let's get back into my man Terrence. All right. So, matter of fact, before we do that, let's get into the huddle, beauty and brains, and then we'll spend wrap the show up with what you got going on and ask you a couple comments and questions. So, JB, who we got on the beauty and brains this week?
So this week, I was scrolling as I do, Instagram, and I follow basketball beauties on Instagram. So they had this young lady, Jalen Royal. So cute, of course. But then I clicked in, went, did some research on who she was. So she had brain surgery like 3 or 4 years ago, and like a torn ACL. Still managed to come back from both of those things. Make it to college basketball, So that's why she's the pick of the week.
Okay, what was her name?
Jalen Royal.
Okay, shout out to Jalen Royal.
She goes to Cochise Community College right now.
What's her SAT score though?
Yeah.
Oh, they ain't had that on there. They ain't had that published. It might have been a little low, so.
Respect.
She's 6 feet though.
She's 6 feet?
She's 6
so
feet.
She might dog you, son.
Who?
You.
Nah, I'm fouling her. I don't even care. But now her team, they 19-2 right now in their conference, so that's what's up. They on a 13-game win streak.
I mean, they ain't trying to see the Huddle basketball team.
Oh yeah?
Hey, you set that up.
Hey, set it up.
Hey, I ain't playing. I don't want no problem.
You the side boy guy, what you mean?
I don't want no problem.
I'm coaching.
Alright, cool. So Terrence, let's get back to what you got going on, man. So first of all, let's tell us where you from, how you got started, growing up in the area where we grew up, Suitland. Shout out to Swan Road, Suitland Road. And just tell us a little background about yourself.
All right, so so I grew up. Most of my life was Suitland, Maryland, but prior to moving to Suitland with my aunt, I grew up Northwest DC, uptown, DC. But my mom passed away, brother and sister passed away in a house fire, so my aunt took me in. Actually, when I was 2 weeks before my 9th birthday, everything happened, so she took me in at that time. So I moved. We lived in Hickory Hill first, and then we moved around Swan Road. 92, and then you was one of the first people I met around the way. Started with basketball, but moved around the way. It was, you know, didn't know nobody around there. You know, and back then I ain't played your mama jokes. And, you know, got into it with my man Marcus Piper. We you know, we was kids then. You know, he got Johnny Cage. You know, I got his eye though. He had a little knot on his eye, but hey, my man though, we was kids. But, you know,
What's up, Marcus?
Yeah. But no, it was good. You know, good childhood though, man. Neighborhood was good, man. Ended up going to Beans. You know.
Shout out to William
Beans
Baines.
legend. You know.
Shout out.
But come around that joint, around the neighborhood, I didn't have no basketball skills for real. But it's not until I went to Beans basketball camp for like 2 summers in a row, and picked up my skills, man. And Swan Road was a special place, man. Some people, you know, didn't make it, you know, but we were one of the ones that made it out, and a lot of people from around there, you know, is successful, man. And so I'm glad to be here, man.
Well, thank you. So speaking on the success, how did you get into acting and stuff? Because I thought you was the funny guy. Like you always tell the joke and had all the voices and stuff. And I just look on Netflix, I'm like, that look like Terrence.
Well, you know, as a kid, man, I was always imitating people, man, and you know, had a lot of time on my hands too. I would see somebody on TV try and imitate them.
Samples.
Yeah, I was about to say, you can't just drop that like that and not give us a little. What's your best voice? Pose. Real quick.
Of course, it's Bill Cosby, but you know, they ain't the best. You're the people, people, what you know about the pudding. See, I didn't want to say Bill Cosby because current situation, but you know, I can do like the African voices too, because I used to work with the African guy. Yeah, I used to do like, you know what I'm saying, so. I would do a lot of imitations, make people laugh at the family reunion, you know. I, you know, cracking up, but I always wanted to give it a try. Just wasn't sure, you know, because back then I thought, you know, you had to have the Hollywood look and all that, and so it was fear too. But I had to move past the fear and believe in myself, and just not be afraid and give it a try. So I did, and believed in myself, had a support system around me, and shout out to my wife. You know, she's a big support.
All right, man.
Shout out to Black Love. Let's clap up for Black Love. The ring look good too.
What you say? You know, coming up, man, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, so I gave it a try, and you know, a lot of good things are happening, a lot of good things coming down the pipe too. So I'm excited for the future, man. And I'm always rep DC. I got my speech already written when that big day comes.
Hey,
you know, they're going to play the music on the break.
They're going to play the music.
They're going to play the music. That's all I'm saying.
So let me, Glenn, do we have any clips that we can show? Are you ready?
I'm sorry.
Okay, here we go.
Funny guy.
Here go one of the clips from, I guess you could describe this.
So this clip is from a TV One show called For My Man. I was fortunate to be in the first season. I don't know if y'all can hear, but so I played. It was this real life guy named Nathaniel Jackson who I was playing. Him and his girlfriend, they plotted to kill her brother-in-law who she was dating. He won the lottery, so you know he was giving her money. And so I played the dude. Her boyfriend was a drug dealer, and they set up the plot to kill him and all that. So that's what that scene was. Right there.
Okay.
So what type of roles do you normally go after for? Because I just heard you say you've been a drug dealer twice.
So it's this thing called typecasting, you know, and based on what your type is, what you look like currently, you know, you build. But starting out, I had a lot of the same roles, but I had to start somewhere. That was one way to get my footage. You know, I started building. I started you know, doing web series and stuff like that. And so I built a reel, and then
You got some milk.
Right. Needs to be burnt.
But you know, so I started doing different roles, and when I met my agent, because I freelance with a couple agents, and if y'all know what freelancing is, you have 2 or 3 agents. You're not signed to them, and you try different things. But I have an exclusive agent now. But and so when I met with her, I just was specific. I want to try different roles. I don't want to be the angry black man all the time. I think I have more to bring to the table now.
I got a good question about that too. But before you finish, what's this one right here that we got up here? Is that the?
No, that ain't me.
You don't do string fingers?
String fingers? Nah, that I don't know about that one. Morgan said he couldn't hear it too.
Morgan couldn't hear it? We'll play it back. But look.
Yeah, string fingers, I don't know about that one.
That ain't you?
It went to the next.
You know how to go to, go to the next one.
I was about to say, we need to talk about that.
Yeah, bro, I don't know what that is. So look, string figures. Babe, I didn't sign off on that. I don't know nothing about that.
This is one of the questions. So, a lot of black actors have to play a homosexual role to get kind of to the next level. If they ever came to you with one of those type of roles to push you into that big light, would you take it?
No.
Yes.
I won't play. I won't play. And that's not a shot at those actors that do that. That's just not me. And for one, you know, I think about my daughter. I think about my wife. You know what I'm saying? And acting is becoming a character, but that's just not what I choose to do. And I might catch some flack for it, but I'm not going to compromise on my morals, you know, what I'm comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? But it's real life. People go through this stuff, and my heart goes out to the people that live these lifestyles and deal with that. But it's for me as an actor, I'm not compromising for a check. Even if I give you $1 million for this role, kiss a man, I ain't doing that.
Josh said 20 million.
20 million.
But seriously though, real talk, I'm not gonna do that, man. I mean, it's plenty of actors out here, great actors that would do that stuff. Like what's his name?
You ain't gotta say no names. You're an agent.
No. Dude from Get Out, not the main character, but he the other dude. Stansfield his name. But no, Beast actor though. Beast actor. You know. I just wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's me though. Yeah. This is me talking. I just wouldn't do it. For 20 million. Would you do it for 20 million? No.
Right. So look, we got a couple questions we want to ask you. When the pictures come up on the screen, you pretty much tell us who would you pick out of these categories or selections. So it's kind of like you're now the director, right? So we're going to ask you out of these certain actors or actresses, which ones would you pick and so forth, and then we'll close out. So right now, who wins a game of one-on-one basketball? Right here. Who wins that game of basketball?
Well, New York is where the legends are made with basketball, so I'm going to go with Spike.
All right. Go with Spike Lee.
Yeah, I don't know if you got a ball though, but I'm going with Spike.
Man, he hung out with Michael a couple times, so I'm assuming. So right here.
Okay.
We got Lauren London. You know, shout out to Lauren.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. What'd you say?
Who would you pick for a love scene out of these ladies right here?
Out of these 4 right here.
This is tough.
Lauren, Gabrielle.
You got Gabby, you got all of them got doubles.
You know,
These are all I've got doubles.
yeah. Let's see, that's Megan Good.
Man, you got Megan up there.
But it's who's this young lady right here? This last picture.
Hey,
right
Morgan,
here. Hey, listen. Hey, she coming for you because she watching too. But I'm gonna have to pick the last young lady right here with the beautiful smile with the orange right there. Yes, I would pick her. I would pick her.
And who was that
They
again?
cop the police.
Good man.
But the fourth young lady, that's my wife right there. You know, shout out to my wife. I would pick her.
Guess who's getting the extra plate tonight?
You know,
Getting the
But
big
you can
piece of
answer
chicken.
when we get off, you know.
Get the big piece of chicken on his plate.
So hold on, let me ask you, JB.
Who?
Hold on.
No, don't ask me.
Well,
Who need to retire?
yeah.
Oh yeah, you can ask me that. I'ma say Pacquiao need to retire first. That'll be my first choice. Pacquiao, then Big Ben.
Vince 42, son.
Yeah, but Vince still play good basketball at his age.
Yeah.
Don't be getting murdered on the court. You tripping.
Nah, he don't be getting murdered.
Who you got, Mike? Who need to retire first?
I'm gonna say Vince because I just don't want to see my man legacy get ruined. Just go ahead and bow out while you still good. You know, we ain't got nothing bad to say about him. But
Is he the greatest dunker ever?
yes, easily.
Respect.
Yeah.
Honestly, Ben, he shouldn't retire. He should just be fired.
Just fire straight out.
He ain't done too much, man. We got people getting kicked out of the league for less.
Yeah.
Say less. Do we have any more, Glenn? Or
What about you, JB?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going with my man Pac, man. Pac, his heart ain't in it no more. His heart not in it.
Man.
Cause he.
That'd be a good fight.
Yeah. Ooh. Who win this game right here? Brandy or Monica?
Easy.
Yeah, it's easy.
Why is it easy?
Monica wins the game.
Monica.
Monica wins the game.
Monica.
Brandy can't see.
Oh.
If she crashed, you know.
Brandy, she don't look athletic at all.
Nah, she can't see,
So
bro.
none of y'all watch Moesha.
that was when she could see. She can't see now.
Did watch Moesha.
Nah.
But all Monica gotta do is go in the post. You know what I'm
Monica grew up around the way. She was hooping with everybody.
saying? Yeah.
And her husband Shannon Brown like that.
She got bouncing and everything now.
Respect. So look, man, any last words you want to say? Moms?
I want to say shout out to Terrence's auntie.
Oh.
Because aunties are the best. I'm the best auntie.
You the best auntie?
That's your book right there.
Oh, in my book, yes. If anyone wants to purchase this book, Spicy Cajun Little Cookbook, it's a novelty. And you can purchase it. Yes, you can go on this Huddle website and let them know.
Yes.
Or you can contact me at just contact Huddle.
So what is this right here?
Natchitoches Meat Pies. I'm from a little town called Natchitoches, Louisiana. It is the oldest city in Louisiana where Indians and African Americans created. So that's why we are Cajuns.
Got you.
That's a good history fact right
I was
there.
gonna say Natchez, Mississippi. My
No,
father-in-aw's
from Natchez.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but it's Natchitoches. Yeah, everybody think we always saying Natchez, but it's because we talk so funny. Or different, I would say. Yeah.
Mike, any last words?
Nah, you know, thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all.
JB?
I mean, I got a question for you as an actor. Who would you want to work with? Like, director or famous actor? Like, who would be a dream person to work with in the industry?
I would love to work with definitely John Singleton, man. I still love Boys in the Hood to this day. That's a classic. As far as an actor, man, dream actor, man, would be to work alongside, of course, Denzel. Man, and Sterling K. Brown too, man. Y'all watch This Is Us.
He on fire right now.
Shout out to Sterling K. Brown, man. Like
He on fire right now.
so many actors, man. Sterling K. Brown, Idris Elba as well, man. Like watching The Wire, yeah. Like,
what's up, boy?
you know, can we work something out? But and I say Idris too, cause like watching The Wire, man. Didn't know the dude talk with a British accent at all.
You didn't know. You did not.
I didn't know that until they.
That's,
I don't know if that was
You ain't know I do a little voices too. I do some voices.
But no, but like I think that's amazing. I think that's amazing for an actor to turn that off when they act.
Yeah.
And I never heard it, man. I just thought he was from
Yeah, I didn't know he was from the UK either.
But when
and
the dude,
DJ.
when the dude started talking, I was like, hold on, this is his
natural voice.
natural voice.
They getting all the jobs.
And like the dude from Get Out, the black dude from Get Out,
Yep.
Stay Woke, he British too.
Yep.
They getting all the jobs.
A lot of British people in the
Man, I need to take me some dialogue classes, man, for real.
Cheer out.
Like, for real.
That's what's up, though.
Cool. So what advice do you get to the kids that are aspiring to be an actor or actress that's, you know, want to follow kind of your blueprint or just be out there in the industry? What advice do you get to the kids?
What I would say, and I had the honor to speak at a career day on Friday, and one of the young ladies asked me, you know, same question, and I would say, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to step out your comfort zone and believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody's gonna believe in you. And that's the main thing. Sometimes family doubt you, friends that doubt you, but as long as you believe in yourself, you can do it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You never know unless you try. And so in this industry too, you got to have a lot of tough skin. Like I had the honor to audition for a bunch of stuff, and sometimes I didn't hear back. And so I would tell people, you know, keep trying. It's not about the amount of no's that you get. It's about that one yes that could change everything. So,
Sounds like I need to start practicing my
man, Josh said that's great advice. So, you know, I feel like I just want to start acting. I've been talking to Josh. Yeah, so Josh, I'm gonna give him my script or whatever because he just came back from Sundance.
Hey, shout out to Sinners Wanted. Like, I can't wait to see it. Like, trailer, all that. That joint will be amazing for what I'm hearing. So
yeah. But back to my acting work.
hey,
Josh, I'm telling you, son, the Christmas plays and stuff, man, I'm telling you, I'm pretty good. I got several languages that I do.
Okay.
And then I don't really do the drug dealer thing.
Okay. Several languages. What are those several languages?
Que pasu? I ain't gonna give you too much. But look, I want to shout out Mr. Tom Brown at Training Grounds and their whole movement. My man Steve, man, he done blessed me, man.
Brother Steve.
Yeah, Brother Steve. The Huddle staff. Anybody that's interested in doing, coming out to the events, being a part of the team, we need the help. The movement is growing. Shout out to a lot of the coaches, athletic directors, parents, and friends and family that's came on and supported us. Season 2 is starting March 1st or 4th. Shout out to Jared Hurd, he'll be on the show. Gibson Performance Training, they're coming in. We got a lot of big names that are coming on the show. And I just want to say thank you from the Huddle. And tune in next week, we live from the Super Bowl.
Yeah, come watch the Super Bowl with us out at the Continental Lounge in Rosslyn, Virginia.
Easy.
You think you really gonna be at the Super Bowl?
No,
like live from the Super Bowl. I'm like, oh, real? Okay.
We told them we
was a little busy.
Yeah,
we try to get back.
So the stylists that did the wise cornrows straight.
So the lady who know John Gruden called. So we told her we can't.
He was like, nah, we try to get back to the
Tune in next time, man. Thank y'all.
So what you're trying to say is I should strive to be